Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone has had a restful summer break. Um, I am very excited to start the year with you guys and be your 2015-2016 high school administrator. Um, I'm very thankful to have been given this opportunity. This has been my dream job ever since I could recall. Some of you guys already know me, but those that don't, I actually graduated from Hudson High School, and therefore I want to thank those that have helped me throughout, my career, those that have pushed me, guided me, and mentored me to become the person that I am today. And because of you, I am here today. And once again, I want to thank you so very much for doing that. So thank you. Okay, so for those that don't know me quite yet, well, let's get to know me. I was born in Tampa, Florida, and there shortly we moved to Edinburgh, Texas. And as I could recall as a child, we lived there up until I was possibly 14, 15 years old. So that could have possibly been middle school. And then we moved to Lufkin, Texas, and ever since, I attended Hudson High School, so half of middle school, and, I graduated from Hudson High School, so I attended high school there. I am currently married. This actually will be my 10th year, 10-year anniversary. I only have one child, one sweet child. Her name is Camilla Jewel Caldera. She's 5 years old. My husband, who is Elzar Caldera, is also an educator, and he's been teaching at Lufkin High School, and he's a soccer coach as well. A couple of things that I like to do on my free time is spend time with family. I love to be around my family. It's just something that I grew up with since I could, recall, since I could remember, since I was younger. Just every weekend we kind of reunite and get together, and if it's not a birthday, it's a barbecue, or, it's just go out to watch a movie and so forth. But as long as we're together, that's what's most important. My husband and I and my daughter, we love to travel. We've traveled all around Texas, and we've gone to Mexico. I have family in Mexico. I have not traveled overseas, and hopefully one day we'll get to do that. But we love to travel. We love to get to meet different people and get to know different places, and be tourists, and just have a great time. Another thing that we love to do as a family is attend professional soccer, baseball, and football games. My husband, he's a major soccer fan. He's a fanatic of soccer and football, and so whenever we get a chance, we love to catch a game and take our little one so she could get exposed and explore different things, and she loves it. So I'm very thankful to have a close family. Okay, so my educational background. So as you all know, I graduated from Hudson High School. Right after graduating Hudson High School, I attended, West Texas A&M University for 1 year. And then I decided to come back home to Angelina College and obtain my basics. After obtaining my basics, I moved on to Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, and I graduated in 2007 with a bachelor's degree. I majored in secondary education and a minor in Latin American studies. And one thing I do want to say is that one of my professors, whose name is Pedro Escamilla, which I will always be thankful for, was one of my greatest motivators to actually teach Spanish. as I graduated and obtained my bachelor's at Stephen F. Austin State University, I actually had the opportunity to go back to my high school and teach for 7 years, and I've taught Spanish, and anyhow, but I just wanted to share that with you, that he motivated me to become an educator, and as well as my high school teachers, and he was a really tough professor, but he pushed me through it, and because he inspired me and believed in me, he's also one of the reasons that I'm here where I'm standing today. So what exactly do I believe? One of the things that I want to build is a strong school community. I believe that as a team working strongly together, we could achieve that. And by that, I mean that we need to inspire, we need to motivate, and we need to do it together as a team, so we could see our students become successful, because they can become successful. We all learn different. Whether we change our ways that we teach or modify, but anyone is possible. If we give them the opportunity, and we believe in them, they will become successful. Yes, we will have challenges and we will have problems and issues, but once again, going back to a strong school community and a strong school team, we will definitely solve those. And once again, it goes back to working as a team. And I actually posted a little post-it note here that says, imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and achieve with all your might. And I truly believe that. I believe that if we imagine, we see ourselves doing something or at a certain place, and we truly believe that we want it and we want to be there, we will achieve it, and we will obtain it and gain it. So what are my expectations for you as an educator? Most definitely, we need to communicate with parents. It is extremely important to communicate with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm calling home because your son or daughter is not being successful in class, but parents need to know that their son or daughter are doing well in class as well. So if we're not making phone calls, we're not sending, a short email, we're not posting things online. I mean, there's got to be a way where we could communicate with them. We could send letters home, just anything, just a simple note, a simple call, will change, parents' perspectives about, even becoming involved within our school community. Building relationships. Most definitely, we need to build relationships, which is, of course, a must. I feel that it is very important to build a relationship with a student, because many students, don't even have that opportunity at home, for whatever reason, what they're going through. But, there's other students that are not as outspoken as others, and those are the students that we need to focus on motivating and encouraging for them to continue on their education, and for them to know that we care. Another thing is be professional. It's something that we've always heard. I've even heard it as an educator, being here at Hudson, for 7 years as a teacher, Spanish teacher, in fact. Be professional, be here on time and be responsible. We're showing our students, we're demonstrating our students that we could be a certain way, and they could, become that person as well. One thing that I want to work with this year is collaboration. I feel that it is another important, strong point that we need to communicate with each other. By sharing ideas and information, we could all work together and build this strong school community. What I plan on doing is at least once a month meet together and collaborate. Let's sit down and look at the data, and see what's going on in our school district or even our school campus. What can we improve, or what's been improving, or what have we gained, and just working together, sharing ideas, once again, will help us build a strong school community. Going back to community, even having speakers come in and collaborate with us, and maybe we could, gain different ideas in how we could improve our teaching, or what could we incorporate in our own classroom, possibly someone in the engineering field, I don't know, it's just an example, someone in the engineering field come communicate with us and speak and show us ideas on what we could add to our lesson plans or add to our teaching. So it's very important to collaborate with one another, but also to collaborate outside, with our community, our own community. Soft skills. One of the things that I've noticed as a teacher before is that many students don't know what soft skills are, whether because they were not taught at home or they rarely use it, because now, as you can see, teenagers, they've now it's all technology based. It's just texting and using acronyms, and so we need to teach those soft skills. We need to get our students to practice those soft skills, even just a simple greeting every morning, good morning, in the afternoons, good afternoon, and saying hi and bye, and shaking hands and looking at them in the eye when we're speaking to them. Everything that we show them, it's going to, they're going to feed off of that, and eventually, on a daily basis, they'll be using those soft skills with us. So what can you, what can you expect from your principal, Ms. Caldera? Most definitely, I want you to see me as that person that you're able to go to and talk to. I promise you that I will do my best to listen. I will make the time to listen and communicate with you. I want to see what you're thinking. I want to gain, especially this being my first year, I want to gain your knowledge. I want to gain your ideas. I want to see what you're thinking and what we could change. And, once again, we're a team and we work together, as a team. So therefore, hopefully you could trust me, and hopefully, just like you have inspired me to become, who I am today, hopefully I will inspire someone, and as years, go by, I become a great administrator. So what is our goal? And what is, of course, my goal as well? Well, my goal is for students as well as educators, as well as, for everyone, hopefully to continuously gain knowledge. We never stop learning. We never stop challenging ourselves, trying different things and reaching out for what's best and what's going to accommodate and help us out. So once again, anything is possible. So as you can see that I have a little quote on the bottom that says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. And that's what I want to see. I want for students to see that, it's possible for them to become successful. It's possible for them to graduate and move on to college, and become someone, that they want to become, someone with educational background. And one last thing, this quote that I truly love and I really believe is, if you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you, by Steve Jobs. And that is something that I truly believe, and that has helped me through this. And with that being said, I thank all of you guys once again for being an inspiration to me, for me to have been, the person that I am today. There are no words that I could truly, thank you so much for that. So once again, thank you.